Hey guys, it's JJ from Mythical City Games, and today, this is day 2 in Kaohsiung, and today I'm going to go check out some places by the harbor. There's a beach there and a couple of other sites, so we're going to take a look at that. I'm going to take the subway to get there, and then I have to take a ferry across the harbor. So it should be fun. Come along and let's explore Kaohsiung. So just getting into the subway station here, closest one to my Airbnb, on the line that I'm going to be taking. So this is the yellow or orange line, that sort of color, orange line. And there's not a massive subway network here, just a few lines, but still good enough to get around the city. So I'm going to see if I can actually still use the same Easy card from Taipei to get around this subway, or do I need to buy tickets, separate tickets here? So let's go find entry into the subway. Where is that? Orange line straight ahead, ticketing straight ahead. So great how in Taiwan everything is both in English and in Chinese, so it makes it very easy to get around and find what you need, especially the subway. It's really simple. Wow, okay, this is a cool little dance party area on the subway station. That's great. My Easy card from Taipei worked here, which is pretty fantastic. So I didn't have to get any extra tickets or get a special card just for this city. It's nice that the systems are consolidated, so you can just use one card. Well, this subway station and the subway in general so far has been pretty empty, at least compared to Taipei. That's still a pretty big city here, but I'm surprised that there's so few people on the subway. So the actual subway car was basically empty, and the station only has a few people, so yeah, not used very much. Alright, so I made it over to the ferry terminal here. It should be a pretty quick ferry ride. It's just across the harbor. So I'm going to go see where I can get tickets. Pretty cool. Looks like you can take scooters too across on the ferry. So that's another way to do it. Take a scooter and then ride around on the other side there. Looks like a ferry's arriving. So let's see here. It's 30 Taiwan dollars. So it's like $2. So that's pretty cool. I was able to use the Easy card to get in too. Thank you. Thank you, Shishi. So I didn't have to pay with cash. That's awesome. Well, it's not the newest ferry, but it's cheap. Let's get some seats outside, that's nice. So just got off the ferry on the other side of the harbor, and time to go see if we can check out some sites on this side here. That's cool. So there's bikes to rent and all kinds of stuff you can get on this side. So let's see where we want to go, and then I don't know, maybe get a scooter or something. We'll see how far it is. So I've made it up to the Lighthouse at the top of the hill here, but unfortunately it looks like it's under repair, so I can't go in or anything like that, but it's bad timing. It's alright, it happens. It's still an amazing view up from here, so you can see some of the things, some of the sites from the other video. Right, so right over there is the consulate on the top of that hill. Just see it peeking out a little bit over the trees, and then over to the left is the secret beach right along the coastline there. So while I'm hiking back to the fort here, I have to tell you guys a little bit about yesterday. I got an email from AirAsia that my flight to the Philippines was canceled. So after Taiwan, I was going to go to the Philippines for a bit. I had some meetings there with game developers and talk about some VR work, but unfortunately it was canceled due to the worries about the virus. The Philippine government has decided to ban all flights coming in from China, and they include Taiwan in that group. So unfortunately they just canceled my flight like 48 hours before it went, which isn't as bad as what happened to some people. Some people actually flew there, and this happened as they landed, so they weren't able to actually enter into the country and they were just turned back and had to fly back to Taiwan. So fortunately that didn't happen to me, but it did throw all of the plans for the next few weeks into disarray. So I've been looking to see, rebook things, cancel bookings, and go on to my next destination, which is going to be Thailand. So hopefully that's not going to be banned as well. So it should be interesting to see what happens over the next few days. But I do have a flight to Thailand that I booked straight from Taiwan. The price was amazing for one way. It was 60 Canadian dollars, so that's like 50 US dollars. For a one-way flight from Taipei to Bangkok. So that's a deal you're not going to find very often. But now I got to get a place there and figure out some kind of things to do for an extended trip, rather than just like the week and a half that I was going to be there originally. But that's alright. Thailand is still pretty amazing. I've never been, and so this will give me more of a chance to explore a little bit more and see some more of the country, and I'll follow up with some more videos about that as I get to Thailand, if I get there. If not, you'll hear about it as well. Alright, well, let's see what else we have to explore on this side of Kaohsiung. Oh yes, the tunnel. There's supposed to be a tunnel here next to this fort, so let's go find that. Which is a kind of colonial era tunnel. I think this is a colonial era fort as well, or the ruins of a fort. So, give you guys a little update on what's going on with the coronavirus here in Taiwan. So it really hasn't hit here very hard. There's only been a handful of cases, maybe 10 or something so far here, so nothing more than North America. People are very careful, so most people are wearing masks in crowded areas like subways. Not so much in Kaohsiung here, it's a little bit more relaxed, but in Taipei itself, there's a lot more of that. There's even a warning sent out to my phone, and I'm presuming everybody's phones, about certain areas where you're required to wear a mask. For example, some temples and some more crowded areas. So they're taking it pretty seriously and being very cautious, but not much of a concern so far. Alright, so here's the tunnel. I found the tunnel entrance. It's basically just underneath the fort. And let's take a look, see where this goes. Alright, so this is Sijin Beach. So this is kind of the big beach in Kaohsiung. Again, it's a sort of black sand type beach, but still pretty nice by the coastline. And let's take a look at the water, see how it feels. So the beach is pretty nice. Hopefully you can hear me over the noise, the wind noise. Water it's a little cool, but it's actually nice. I mean, I would go swimming if the sky wasn't so cloudy today. It was a little more sunny. Not a lot of people, but I guess this is the winter, and it's not a sunny day, so people probably don't come out to the beach very much or go swimming here in the winter, even though for us Canadians this is like summertime. I mean, it's 26 degrees Celsius and the water is comfortable, so for me it's the summer, that's for sure. So near the end of the beach is the Rainbow Church. So this is an area that's popular for wedding photos. Like there was some wedding pictures getting taken just before I got here. Sijin Sunset Bar. Yes, please. Is there a special sunset bar around here? Or is that just the name of something? I'm not sure. Let's go take a look, see if we can find ourselves a sunset bar for a sunset drink. That would be nice. Well, it looks like the sunset bar is an actual bar. So I've made it. Alright, take a seat at the sunset bar, and we're gonna get some snacks, some calamari, and a beer. They recommended a beer called the Taipei, so that sounds good. Taiwan IPA, awesome. Alright, so I'm back on the ferry, on the way back to the main part of Kaohsiung, and I'm gonna catch a subway back home. So that's pretty much the end of day 2's exploration. It was pretty cool to check out the beach in the area, and at the beach sunset bar, I met up with a guy there from the States who runs the place, and he was talking a little bit about what it's like to live in Taiwan and kind of what the bar was like, and he was saying that basically the beach itself is kind of like that all year round. People don't really go to the beach very much, so it's just not part of the kind of normal lifestyle. Either it's too cold or too hot, which is strange for anybody who comes from a place where you don't have access to that beautiful beach. But it is I guess why there just weren't a lot of people there. So yeah, so it was cool to see and cool to kind of explore the area a little bit. And tomorrow I'm leaving Kaohsiung, so I'm gonna head on to the next city, and then out of Taiwan. All right, see you guys in the next video.